All right, class. So today we're going to be talking about states of matter. So with states of matter, I have a book that I want to read today. There's 3 states of matter that we're going to focus on: a solid, a liquid, and a gas. The book that I have for you today is by Antoinette Portis. It's called Hey Water. Hey water, I know you. You're all around. In a faucet, you spray up in a sprinkler and down in a shower. You trickle in a hose and gurgle in a stream and rush towards the sea in a river. You cover most of the earth, salty, surging, and mysterious. The ocean. Sometimes you lie quiet and calm in a lake. So this way we can splash and play and yell at you inside a pool. I stomp in you and scatter droplets everywhere, sometimes in a puddle. In the morning, you wink at me from blades of grass in the form of a dewdrop. Sometimes you slide down my cheek without a sound in the form of a teardrop. Or sometimes you roar and pour in the form of rain. Water, even when you try to fool me, I know you. You blast and huff, you whistle and you puff. You have steam. You hide in the air and drift in the clouds. You even drift in the air and hide the world. Fog. Sometimes you freeze hard as a rock, like an ice cube, a rock that floats, or like an iceberg, or a rock that we can skate on at a roller rink. And sometimes you freeze soft as a feather, snow, and fancier than lace, but water, I know it's you in the form of snowflakes. You're hiding in this funny guy, snowman, and you're hiding in me too, Zoe. Water, you're part of every living thing. A bird, a mushroom, a plant, a bug, a puppy, and a fish. And when I'm thirsty, there you are, a glass of water. Hey, water, thank you. So this book talks about different states of matter and different water states of matter. So our book today talks about a couple different options for states of matter. Our first one that it talks about is solids. So solids have a definite shape and size and volume. Their size and their shape remain the same. So, for example, on the board I drew a pencil and a ruler. However, I have real life examples, right? So our books that we read every day, these are solids. A stuffed animal is a solid. A ruler is a solid. Scissors are solids. And even my pencil holder, right, that I take to school is a solid. All of these are examples of solids. Solids do not change. They have a definite size and shape, and it has their own shape. So these are some examples of the solids, just like the book that we read today together. Our next state of matter is liquids. So liquids have a definite volume, but they don't have a definite shape. So a lot of times liquids can take the shape of its container, or they form to the shape of a container. So for example, I have a picture of the sea or the ocean drawn up here, and I have a glass of water. And on our board, I have a glass of milk. That's an example of a liquid, even olive oil, or the ocean. But let's talk about an everyday item, such as a water bottle. This water is pretty big, but check it out. Look at this really tiny cup that I have. If I pour this water from this cup into this cup, it's a liquid. It takes on the shape of its container. So I could even go further than this and pour this water into a pot, and it's going to fill the shape of its container. And every day we drink liquid. So that's just another example I have of liquid. So our third state of matter that we're going to talk about today is gases, right? So gases do not have a definite volume or shape. They can't always be seen, right? So they don't really have a shape of its own. So for example, the clouds have gas. They're a form of gas. They have water vapor. Or what about this, a balloon, right? You have a balloon, it's your birthday, and that's a form of gas. That's a great example. Or what if you're really thirsty and you just woke up and you want a hot glass of coffee? When you have hot liquid, I want you guys to see this, you will be able to see the steam or water vapor from how hot this water is. And this steam or water vapor, it's very hard to see, it's very, very hard to see, is a form of gas. This is an example. Now this is too hot for me to drink, but it's a great example of a gas. So let's keep moving right along. On the picture here, I have example of clouds and balloons and a coffee cup, just like I showed you in my demonstration. But I want to talk about some common misconceptions. So sometimes students may think that clouds are made out of gas. Clouds are a great example of gas as a state of matter. However, clouds are just water vapor. So the water vapor, which is gas, condenses to form tiny water droplets, which are liquid, and that is the water that makes the clouds visible. So remember, it's really hard to see gas, but if you're thinking about a cloud, remind yourself that these clouds are made of water vapor. Another common misconception that students have is that steam is hot air and is visible. Steam, instead of thinking that steam is water vapor, guys, water vapor is invisible and it is all around us in the air at all times. Sometimes it may feel different, like for example, if it's really humid or hot outside and you walk outside, you will feel the humidity on you. It may feel sticky or slimy and really uncomfortable, and that's just another example. So now that we've gone over our lesson, I have an actual activity that I wanted to play with you guys. So let me get it loaded here.
Which one of these is a gas?
So we're going to replay it. So it's going to ask us questions and we're going to do our best to answer.
Which one of these is a gas?
So which one of these is a gas? Is it the balloon, the ocean, or a brick wall?
Which one of these is a gas?
What do you guys think? Do you think it's the ocean? No. Do you think it's the brick wall? No. What about a balloon? Yeah. So the correct answer for this one would be a balloon.
Yay! Which one of these is a liquid?
So which one of these is a liquid? Is it
Which one of
a
these is
petal?
liquid?
No. Is it a tree? No. What about a glass of water? Yeah. So a glass of water
Yay!
is a great example of a liquid.
Which one of these is a solid?
So which one of these is a solid? Is it a coral reef?
Which one of these is a solid?
No, I don't think it's a coral reef. What about a gas leak or burner? No. What about steel?
Which one of these is a solid?
Yeah, so steel is a solid.
Yay!
Good job, you guys are doing great.
Is this a liquid?
Is this a liquid? So this is a tricky picture, right?
Is this a liquid?
We have the ocean, and in the ocean is the sea, which is water, and we have clouds. So is this a liquid? Yes or no?
Is this a liquid?
Yes, it is a liquid.
Is this a solid?
So this one's tricky, right? Water bottles
Is this a
can be
solid?
filled with water, but this picture shows an empty water bottle. So is that a solid?